The Los Angeles Lakers will be taking the floor to begin the 2025 season in exactly 2 months, with Luka Donic and LeBron James leading the charge. James is one of the last players standing from the previous era of NBA stars that defined the late 2000s and early 2010s, and will turn 41 years old just a couple of months into this upcoming Lakers season. On Thursday, another player from that previous era, former All-Star point guard and league MVP Derrick Rose, learned that he will have his jersey retired by his former team, the Chicago Bulls, during a game this season. One person who was thrilled for Rose was none other than LeBron James himself, who took to X, formerly Twitter, to quote-tweet a post from ESPN revealing the news with a slew of Rose and clapping emojis. Rose and James had multiple playoff battles over the years, including during the 2015 playoffs, when Rose knocked down a fadeaway three-pointer to give the Bulls a 2-1 lead over James' Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers would go on to win that series in 6 games and represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. 3 years later, Rose and James were briefly teammates with the Cavaliers for the opening portion of the 2017-18 campaign before James, or Kobe Altman, traded away almost half the roster in a wild deadline overhaul. A big honor for Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose last played in the NBA during the 2023-24 season as a member of the Memphis Grizzlies. Rose was one of the most electrifying point guards in NBA history during his peak years, and became the league's youngest MVP award winner for his efforts during the 2010-11 season. Unfortunately, a torn ACL in the 2012 playoffs marked the beginning of a series of injury problems for Rose that would stop him from ever fully realizing his potential, but he's still undoubtedly the best player to wear a Bulls uniform since Michael Jordan was suiting up for the franchise in the 1990s. It's nice to see James and so many other NBA figures congratulating Rose on the big honor of having his jersey lifted to the United Center rafters. One thing Dallas Mavericks fans can live stress-free about is regarding Luka Donic playing Eurobasket for the Slovenian national team late into the summer. Mavericks fans have always been wary of this extra mileage Donic accrues playing for his home country, but this is obviously now the Los Angeles Lakers' issue following the trade. Donic got into what looks like the best shape he's been in since his rookie season this summer, and while this is Lakers fans hyped as ever with Donic preparing to wreck the league this summer, they also bear the same fear Mavericks fans did following a scary knee contusion that Donic suffered in a recent exhibition game. However, luckily for Donic and Lakers fans, this doesn't project to be anything serious, and Donic will enter next season healthy so long as he doesn't suffer another injury ahead of training camp. Who knows whether playing in Eurobasket nearly every year will be a detriment to Donic's longevity when it's all said and done, but one thing that is for certain is that Donic is playing differently stylistically, as the lost weight and increased conditioning have already led to him being a more explosive player for Slovenia. Luka Donic's refound athleticism could bring back the dunks. Slovenian forward Edo Muric has noticed the difference in Donic's athleticism just through practice and some of Slovenia's preliminary matchups thus far. He's faster and jumps more, Muric told Basket News. This year, I expect him to be the best version of himself. Muric's anecdotes can be seen on the court as well, as Donic has been much more active defensively, even if it isn't NBA competition, and has even had plays such as a baseline post-up spin move into a two-handed dunk. Up until the 2022-23 season, the number of dunks Donic had completed in each year since his rookie season, he had 25 his first season, had been steadily declining. In Donic's last 2 seasons, he's only had 3 total dunks, and while part of this could be attributed to him simply taking a more conservative approach at the rim considering how much he has the ball in his hands, a dunk unequivocally guarantees 2 points, and Donic has had plenty of opportunities to dunk more over the last few seasons given he's nearly 6'8". By no means is Donic unathletic, even at a higher playing weight, as he has some of the best stop-and-start motion and deceleration in the entire league. However, Donic being too heavy clearly holds a crutch on his athleticism, and if he can balance the totem pole by being a little lighter to get increased speed and verticality, it could undoubtedly lead to him being more dynamic offensively than fans and analysts have ever seen him. Skeptics will be quick to point out that Donic losing too much weight could actually have negative ripple effects on the physicality he plays with offensively, like when he posts up offensively, for instance. However, Donic looks to have more of a muscular frame than anything, so it seems he's finding the perfect equilibrium here, as he's stronger, yet potentially even just as athletic as his first few seasons in the league. While Lakers fans can rejoice at this, Mavericks fans were always looking for this from Donic in Dallas, and it's terribly unfortunate they won't get to see this revamped version of him on display next season. The Los Angeles Lakers improved their big man rotation with the addition of DeAndre Ayton this summer. However, JJ Redick's team could use a stretch five to round out the roster. That way, Redick could lean into a five-out offense when he needs additional perimeter spacing around Luka Donic and LeBron James. A recent trade proposal from Liam Willerup of Bulls on SI could potentially give Redick a sharpshooting big man. Willerup's trade idea looks like this. Bulls get Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and the rights to a top 5 protected pick swap in the 2028 NBA draft. Lakers get Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic is currently in the final year of his 3-year $60 million contract. He's coming into the new season on the back of a strong campaign with the Chicago Bulls. In 73 outings, Vucevic averaged 18.5 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. He shot 53% from the field and 40.2% from deep. Adding Vucevic to Redick's bench rotation would ensure the Lakers' frontcourt rotation was versatile and experienced. And, while Vucevic isn't the lob threat Donic usually likes to share the court with, his shooting ability could give both Donic and LeBron room to attack the rim at will. Vucevic would likely welcome a Lakers move. When talking to the media during his end-of-season news conference, Vucevic admitted that he would like to be part of a contending team at this stage of his career. There are some good, young pieces that can be built around, Vucevic said. There are a lot of questions when you're a team not fighting for the top. I have trust in them and believe they want to do what's best and build a good team that wants to win.
So we'll see.
Obviously, I'm at the stage in my career where I'm trying to win now, play in the playoffs, and hopefully have deep playoff runs. It's a young team, and it does take time. It all depends on what their timeline is and how they see this team. With Donic and LeBron leading the charge, the Lakers could give Vucevic the opportunity he's looking for. The Bulls are also expected to be open to trade talks involving the veteran big man. However, it's unclear whether the Lakers would be willing to part with the necessary assets to bring Vucevic to Los Angeles. Lakers have been busy this summer. Rob Pelinka has already added Marcus Smart, Ayton, and Jake LaRavia to the Lakers' rotation this summer. The roster looks vastly improved from a year or two ago. Redick now has 2 high-level stars and a reliable contingent of skilled and versatile role players. As such, the Lakers may choose to stand pat regarding a move for Vucevic. If we get closer to the trade deadline and Vucevic projects as a potential difference-maker, then maybe Pelinka will explore a potential trade. If not, then Lakers fans should still be excited because, as currently constructed, they should be good enough to make some noise in the Western Conference next season. And with a little bit of luck, they could make a push for the conference finals.